Hello, everybody. Today we're going to be going over a couple of GPTs that I made probably at the end of last year, which I use time to time. I use different AI models. So sometimes I'll use ChatGPT, sometimes I'll use Claude, sometimes I'll use Gemini. Uh, so I'm not always using these GPTs, and so Claude now has projects, which is very similar to GPTs, and I don't know if Gemini has GPTs. I think they have something in the pipeline very similar, but I have five that I built that I use sometimes that are quite helpful to me. These are GPTs that I built myself, and so hopefully this benefits someone. So the first one I wanted to quickly go over is Prompt Master, which is basically a GPT that breaks down any sort of prompt into a better prompt. So for example, I'll ask it like, and for each GPT, there's like a tag for you to actually get started. So for this one, for example, can you create a prompt for the following topic? So here I can just write like, can you create a prompt for a video game that I want an AI to build? And it's going to break it down and it's going to create a prompt for you. So you just have to wait to create a detailed prompt for a video game mail. Let's go through the following steps: objective, constraints, essential information, identify pitfalls, consider improvements, craft improved prompt. And the step one: objectives, constraints, essential information, identify pitfalls, consider improvements, craft improved prompt. So then it builds the actual prompt and it's like, okay, what's the objective, interactive workflow description. So this is the way I set up a prompt, where there's an interactive workflow, so preliminary details from the user. So the prompt is asking, the AI will ask the user, can you please give me the following information? So define the game's genre, define the platform for the game, identify key features and gameplay mechanics, concept development, technical specifications, design and development, deployment and output, constraints, usage instructions, guidelines, and use case and examples. So it breaks down whatever you want into a prompt in a methodological format that the AI better understands, and usually the output is better. The second one I wanted to go over is the perspective bot. So the perspective bot is a custom-built assembly of virtual specialists dedicated to helping you navigate intricate problems and queries with ease. So, for example, should I focus on local SEO or technical SEO, right? And it's going to break that down to determine whether to focus on local SEO or technical SEO. Let's break down the key considerations and evaluate them using our structured approach. Understanding the client's need. Your request. Decide whether to focus on local or technical. Expected AI response. A detailed, practical strategy related to the focus. Decomposing the request into sub-questions. What are the benefits of focusing on local SEO? What are the benefits of focusing on technical SEO? What specific strategies and tactics can be implemented? What specific strategies and tactics can be implemented for technical SEO, for local SEO? And how can the effectiveness of local SEO and technical SEO strategies be measured and optimized over time? And then what it does is identifies roles related to the actual query. So local SEO specialist, technical SEO specialist, digital marketing expert, data analyst, business strategist. And then for step two, it develops the expert profile. So the profile for a local SEO specialist, primary skills is local SEO strategy, GMB, local keyword research, et cetera, and it breaks down that. And then step three establishes evaluation categories. So evaluation categories: impact on SEO performance, practicality and feasibility, business alignment, innovation and creativity, scalability and sustainability. And then iteration one, so generating solution ideas. And so for a local SEO specialist, so what it does is it produces a solution based on the perspective of that expert. So what would a local SEO specialist say or do? What would a technical SEO expert say or do? So for example, from a local SEO specialist, what they would focus on is, let's optimize the GMB, let's develop localized content targeting specific neighborhoods, and let's encourage customer reviews and manage online reputation. And then a technical SEO would be like, let's improve the website loading speeds. Let's implement structured data for better indexing. Let's ensure mobile friendliness and responsive design. A digital marketing expert would probably combine a mix of both, use social media to promote local events and partnership, create engaging content that highlights local relevance, utilize email marketing with localized offers. A data analyst would say analyze local search traffic and user behavior, conduct A/B tests to optimize local landing pages, measure and track the effectiveness of a technical SEO changes. And a business strategist would be like, how do we align SEO efforts with business goals and local market trends, evaluate the ROI of local versus technical SEO strategies, and develop a phased approach to implement and measure both SEO strategies. And then it asks you, do you agree with these ideas or would you like to modify them? I'll be like, yes, I agree with them. And what it'll do is it'll further iterate every single perspective and constantly refine and refine and refine. And so what it's now doing, it's like, okay, evaluation of the previous idea of the local SEO specialist. Supports optimizing Google My Business listings and localized content creation. The new novel approach would be to develop a local SEO audit tool to continuously monitor and optimize local search performance. The technical SEO expert would endorse improvements in website loading speeds, but the new novel approach would be to implement server-side rendering for faster load times and better SEO performance. The digital marketing expert agrees with promoting local events. The new one would be to launch a localized digital PR campaign to increase brand visibility in the community. And then for data analyst, it uses, for initially it said supports analyzing local search traffic and conducting A/B tests. The new approach uses predictive analytics to forecast local search trends and adjust strategies accordingly, on and on. And then step 5 would be evaluating and critiquing the ideas. So what it does is it breaks that down, and then it has a matrix, table. So we have the categories, impact on SEO performance, practicality and feasibility. So this is for the local SEO specialist. And so it does that for each one. It basically refines the idea, the novel approach, whether it's better or not. And then at the end, you have displaying iteration 2 results. So for each expert, you have the refined idea, you have the novel approach, you have a refined and novel weights. Let's go to next. See how it the reason why this is so useful is because you can take any problem that you have and approach it in so many multiple different ways that you probably wouldn't have thought about yourself. And it really does just break down things down in a way that otherwise you wouldn't really think about or think. So again, there's a third iteration. So it iterates through the whole thing, further refinements, and the new novel approach. And then step 5, evaluating, critiquing the ideas from iteration 3. I think it keeps on going on and on and on. And you just basically look at what the score is. So dev weight, refined idea 4.48, new novel approach 4.42. And let's go over and then let's see what it does here. And then you have displaying the iteration number 3 results. And so you have the refined weight and the dev weight novel approach. Since no idea has achieved exactly a 5-star dev weight, we'll proceed to the next iteration for further development and refinement. So it's just going to constantly go on and on and on. And you don't necessarily have to follow it, but the basic takeaway here is like you get to see perspectives and use that and make your decisions a little bit better. The next one I wanted to go over is SEO content keyword intent funnel mapping. I'm just going to tell it to start. Please provide a URL of the content you'd like to analyze. I'm just going to go to my website. And I'll go to maybe this one here. Just gonna copy that, send it over, and it should have access to the web, right? I am on the free version for this one specifically. So okay, search the website, the page, so category is blog, subcategory AI comparison, tool review, SEO web development, topics, AI model comparison, SEO optimization, email marketing, keyword strategy, project planning, subtopics, Claude 3.5 Sonic capabilities, Claude Opus features, GPT-4o functionalities. So it breaks down the subtopics, and then it gives you entities as well. So Claude 3.5 Sonic, Claude Opus, GPT-4o, email marketing, call to action, case study, seed keywords, AI model comparison, SEO optimization, email marketing. It gives you secondary keywords as well. It gives you the search intent, which would be informational. The funnel stage would be middle. It gives you suggested titles for related articles and pages, comparing AI models, Claude 3.5 Sonic versus Claude Opus, how GPT-4o stands against Gemini 1.5 Pro in 2024, email marketing strategies for web development services, crafting persuasive email campaigns, keyword research tips for SEO success, and do you wish to make any adjustments or further refinements of any of these actions? So basically take any URL and it just gives you a bunch of information that you can use definitely. So let's go to the next one, which is a pseudocoder. So what this does is, so you want to build anything in code, what this breaks down the process to building that code, but it breaks it down in human readable pseudocode, not necessarily code itself. And you'll see what I mean. So let's build a pseudo code of an SEO tool that analyzes on-page, off-page, and technical metrics for SEO. And so what it's doing is pseudocode for SEO analysis tool. You initialize, and pseudocode is basically using English to explain the process in code. So you initialize the tool with URL to analyze, set the on-page metrics, you set the off-page metrics, you set the technical metrics to empty dictionaries, so empty lists or empty lists, and then you have on-page metrics analysis. And then you can see, so you have the function, and what the function does is it takes a URL, and then you load the HTML content of the URL, you set the title tag to, and then you extract the title tag from the HTML content, and then et cetera, et cetera. And then this is for the on-page metric analysis. Then you have a function for off-page metric analysis, and then you have a function for technical metric analysis. And you can go, and then the main analysis function, which perform total SEO analysis, which takes a URL, and then you set the on-page results to analyze on-page metrics, and then it takes a URL, and then you print the results. And then utility functions, so you have various different utility functions, which is like one function could be to extract the title tag, one function could be to extract the meta descriptions, one function could be extract the H1 tags, on and on and on and on. You have fetch social shares, fetch domain authority, et cetera, and then explains the whole process. So this just like, for example, if you want to just code something and you don't know where to start, this is a really good place to just start. Like, this is how you would approach this problem. The last one is Simple Tutor, which basically it simplifies complex concepts for all ages using simple language and visuals. So for example, can you explain to me the difference between a diffusion model and other AI models? So I sort of kept it open-ended. So lesson diffusion models versus other models, and what it does is it turns whatever you want to learn into a lesson. So what is a diffusion model? If you're in a room filled with balloons, each balloon is a data point, and these balloons move around, spreading evenly across the room. This spreading a process similar to how a diffusion model works in AI. A diffusion model is a type of machine learning model that generates new data by learning how data spreads out and changes over time. It's particularly good at creating realistic images by understanding how the colors and patterns spread out in existing pictures. So what makes diffusion models unique? Diffusion models are special because they learn the spreading process. They generate new data. Other AI models, so you have neural networks, how they work, strengths, limitations. You have generative adversarial networks, GANs, how they work, strengths and limitations. Variation autoencoders, how they work, strengths, limitations, key differences. You have example generating images, diffusion model. Imagine starting with a blurry picture and slowly making it clearer by learning how colors and patterns spread out. This is how a diffusion model can generate detailed images. GANs, think of an artist trying to fool a critic with fake paintings. The artist gets better over time producing high quality images by learning from the critic's feedback. Vase, picture writing a summary of a book and then trying to recreate that book from that summary. The generated image might be good, but not as detailed as those from GANs or diffusion models. Summary, and then what's next? So would you like to dive deeper into how diffusion models generate images, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, those are 5 really, really cool GPTs that anyone can use day to day. It improves your whole process. You want to, for example, if you want to go to Claude 3.5 Sun and you don't know what the prompt is, you can ask Prompt Master and it'll spit out a really good prompt for you. Perspective Bot just makes decision making a lot better. SEO content keyword, it really breaks down a page, gives you a bunch of information. Pseudocodder does very similar function. Simple Tutor as well. So yeah, I mean, that's it. 14 minutes. We'll probably end it there. And yeah, until next time, see you guys later, and take care.